Welcome to another edition of the Union Football Coaches Show. Kevin Ward along with the coach Kirk Frederick. A huge win last Friday in Bartlesville, 58-0. The Redskins rolled. It was a record-setting performance. And there were also, Coach, some other big numbers that we'll talk about here in a second. But obviously one of the biggest was Tyler Atkins, the sophomore running back, sets a couple of records, most points scored in a game and touchdowns scored in a game. Yeah,
we're pretty excited about the performance that he had, and you know there was a point in the game, I think it was after the first quarter, that someone said, you know, Tyler's got 4 touchdowns, and so I mean I have to be honest. I said, well, what is the record? And they said, well, 6 ties it. Danny Morris, and I was a part of that game against Jinx in 1998, which is a pretty old record. And if we were given the opportunity, you know, we would have obviously tried to chase that for Tyler or for our team in general. It was amazing how exciting some of our offensive linemen were that had an opportunity to be a part of that. So we did chase it just a little bit, but obviously we were also in a battle with Bartlesville. I thought we played very well. With the exception of a couple of series, but defensively continue to play well, and Tyler definitely put on a show. Don't want to downplay, you know, his performance by any means, because he had a great night.
Well, the offense now, we were keeping track of it. I had emailed you earlier in the week, and obviously you had 5 first half possessions. You scored touchdowns on all 5 of those. You have now run a streak of 25 in the first half. 25 consecutive possessions where you have scored, and interestingly enough, 24 of those 25 have been touchdowns. That's an impressive number for your offense.
Well, it is. You know, and just about the time you start counting those, you throw an interception in the third quarter, or you have a bad play or something like that. But real proud of the way our guys, the way they've focused, the way they've come out and played, and I felt like we were playing a good Bartlesville team. I still feel like they're a good football team, and it'll be interesting in the district race how they come out, you know, with Sand Springs and Eden and some of those that are battling, you know, for a couple of those other playoff spots. I think Bartlesville will wind up being there.
Well, and not to exclude the defense, but they had gone 0 for 9. Sand Springs had against your defense on third down. First 3 third downs against Bartlesville were denied, so your defense had run off a string of 12 consecutive third down opportunities for the opposition that they had snuffed.
Well, we started out the season looking at goals and looking at things that we wanted to accomplish within a game. I felt like at the beginning of the season in the past we hadn't looked at goals as much and hadn't emphasized those, and one of those is third down percentage for offense and defense, and you can tell that it's starting to play out with our team as how proud they are to be able to get some of those goals, and one of those being third downs.
Well, let's take a look at the numbers from last Friday. Very impressive as you see the total yardage, Coach. I think this is the second week in a row now you've had more than 400 yards of offense than your opposition.
Well, it's obviously fun to look at stats, and Rick Morris, our stat man, does a great job with that, and you can see that just continuing to chew up yardage on the ground. I thought we were very efficient in our passing game as well, and real excited about the way our offense is producing, but likewise just how that mirrors defensively and how well they're doing on defense.
Interesting, too, I think out of the 5 penalties that you had, 4 of those penalties were all on one possession. So you racked up most of your penalties for the whole game on one particular drive, which you ended up scoring on as well, which made it even more interesting. All right, we'll come back and take a look at the first half highlights of a 58-0 win for the Redskins at Bartlesville after the break. Stay with us.
No matter how you play, or work, or live, life sometimes throws you a curve. At Eastern Oklahoma Orthopedic Center, we help you get back to playing, working, and living your life. EOC, Tulsa's finest and most experienced provider of sports medicine care for over 30 years. Visit us at eoc.com.
Day one on this journey, man. You know how many varsity spots I got? You want to be one of those 12, you got to get better each and every day.
head down in shame, say, man, I could have worked a little harder. I could have pushed it just a little bit harder. Don't let that happen. You got to do it all year long.
Back on the Union Football Coaches Show, Kevin Ward along with the coach Kirk Frederick. Let's take a look at the first half highlights. Redskins win the toss and defer, so Bartlesville will get the ball first on a really cool evening. Yeah,
it was a little bit cooler that night. I know that I wasn't handling it very well, without a doubt. I had to put on my coat, but it didn't affect our defense as we came out early. JoJo Ogundare had a great night, 3 sacks on the night. You see Tristan involved as well on that one. I just thought, again, the defensive line played great. You see Chance Winslewski in there, and nice blitz in here with Sam Blankenship and Chance, and kind of flushed the quarterback out of the pocket. He's going to be a good one. Really good quarterback, underclassman, and Colby comes in and tackles him. It was a long yardage situation and forces him to punt early on. Have a chance for KP to get the ball, and he's able to pick up a few yards for our offense, and we go out and go to work. Notice a numbers advantage on the outside, and Mason gets the ball out to Will Hamilton. Had a great night as well. I thought Will, had quite a few catches on the night. You can see a couple more there, again, using the numbers advantage, and thought Will played very tough, had some great catches that we'll see later on. You can see Tyler here. He kind of gives you a leg, takes a leg away, and does a great job. Outstanding move there on their defensive corner. We had some great blocks there. I know KP had a big block on one of their safeties, and great way to start the night off. They swing the pass out there, and you see Brian Stadler making a nice play. See Colton King keeping the edge. They have to cut it back, and Tristan's there to finish it off. Pressure in the pocket. You see our guys playing very well. There's Brandon Golphin coming in, breaking up the pass, again, forcing them to punt. Good block there by Carson Meyer. Carson Meyer had an outstanding night, probably the best night he's had, blocking and receiving. Just did a great job as KP picked up a few yards. There's Carson again on a great quick pass over the middle. There's a good block there by Jeff Mead, and also to Will Hamilton as Kaylor Pearson picks up quite a few yards on the outside. Kaylor Pearson also had a nice night. See Will catching a ball in traffic, getting the ball inside. Another big block, and I'll tell you, right there is just an outstanding athletic move in the backfield there. They blitz a guy inside. He just kind of shakes him off. Always has great balance, great vision, and for a second touchdown of the night. Defense going back to work. You can see JoJo making a nice play there. Look at the big move by JoJo underneath, and they get the ball out, but you can see how close it is there on 4th down. Colton King made a nice play, and then just a huge play there by Robert Thomas on the outside for a 4th down stop for our defense. Come back with the reverse to the outside. They make an outstanding play, still pick up 4 or 5 yards on the reverse, but nice little play and execution there. There's KP on another big block to the edge, and you can see Tyler just carrying the guy into the end zone. I think that is that the third one.
We'll see the number here in a moment.
Third one of the night. There it is. So first quarter, 21-0, and great job. And that was the pass reception that he had for a touchdown. Quarterback just under duress. I think he came into the night with #1 in the state in passing yardage.
Yep, over 2,000 yards.
And I think he completed about 40% on the night, and thought our defense did a great job. Colton King, Colby Evans, those guys in on the play and doing a nice job. Deion McKittrick in there on the pressure, missed the tackle, and Colby Evans cleans it up. You can see Chance and company on the pressure, and good coverage down the field by Jack Allspaw. They had 2 or 3 of these fake punts that they ran throughout the night, and what a heads-up play there by Colton King. He was our special teams player of the game just for his coverage, and, of course, the heads-up play there, another 4th down stop. Big play with Tyler to the outside, again, just breaking tackles. Got really good blocking on the edge by Pearson and Meyer, and then he just continues. After he gets hit, continues to move forward every time.
It would be interesting, Coach, to actually total up the yards after contact for him.
Had a chance to get Jeff deep, and he's got his guy beat, and they obviously have pass interference on that one to Jeff, and so it gives us a first down down in their territory. Inside the 10, another outstanding play there. KP gets the ball down to about the 1, and just look at the effort by the tailback continuing to struggle and trying to get into the end zone. They kind of loaded the box, so we got it outside a little bit, and with some big blocking, he's able to walk into the end zone.
It's number 4, by the way.
Number 4. Pretty neat performance. You can see the defensive front continuing to play well. Not much there for guys running the football. Look at the pressure by Colby and JoJo, and then the coverage downfield. Excellent by our 2 safeties with Brandon Golphin and Allspaw. They fake another punt on us, and they got us on this one, and we're able to pick up a first down on the fake. So our defense has got to go right back to work, got to make plays, and there's the guy that I thought had a great night, JoJo, again with another big play. Good coverage underneath, linebackers on the crossing routes doing a great job. Look at again, huge blocks to the outside, and tailback just continue. I don't remember the yardage, 250, 260 yards, something like that on the night. Did a great job.
277.
277 yards. That's pretty, a little bit higher I even thought. So look at the good protection there by Ben Kramer. We're able to hit a ball underneath there to Kaylor Pearson, continuing to play well for us. Good job there by Briggs on the protection, and great job there, Will Hamilton, catching the ball, securing the ball, and getting a lot of yardage with it. Swing the ball out to Tyler. He continues to get yardage, getting to the outside there. Great vision, great balance, and just continues to take I don't know how many times I can describe it. I'm just telling you, he had a great night and outstanding blocking. What a play there by Carson Meyer. Outstanding play as he caught that ball and kind of just took it away from the guy. Mason doing a nice job being smart with the football. Comes back, sees Carson. This was on a 3rd down play. I believe this was the one where we had all the penalties, and we still were able to convert on a big 3rd down there to Carson, and then Tyler goes in for a touchdown. Defense is back. They reverse field on us. We've got to make sure that we handle our cutback lanes a little bit better. Got Jansen Smith in there at nose guard with some pressure, and we lose the man in coverage. They do a really nice job here of moving the football, but defensively our guys continue to just play very tough and very stout and making them earn every yard. Big play there by Sam and a couple of other guys in the backfield. Good coverage just off the fingertips there of Jackie for an interception as we went into the half, and 35-0.
And again, 25 straight possessions on offense now that Union has scored at least a field goal, and actually 24 of the 25 have been touchdowns. 35-0 Redskins lead at the half. We'll take a look at the second half after the break. Stay with us on the Union Football Coaches Show.
At Arvest, we know our customers come to us for different reasons. There are some who need banking on their time. For others, it's not when they bank, but where. Then there are those who take their banking wherever they go. From big moves to small favors, we recognize the needs of our customers, and now they've recognized us. Again, for the 3rd year in a row, Arvest ranked highest in customer satisfaction with retail banking in the Southwest region by J.D. Power & Associates. Switch today and get the customer service you deserve, only from Arvest Bank.
Welcome back to the Union Football Coaches Show. Kevin Ward along with the coach Kirk Frederick. 35-0 the score at the half, and the Redskins open up the second half with the football, Coach.
It's always good to get off to a good start and then have the second half have the opportunity to get the ball first, and come back with the counter play there, and Will Hamilton kicks it out really well. KP on a little reverse to the outside. Again, all of these little misdirection plays, 4, 5, 6, 7 yards, aren't huge plays on the night, but they definitely keep the defense in check. Just right off the fingertips there, get a turnover. Our third quarter wasn't kind to us offensively with our turnovers, but our defense stepped up. You can see Robert Thomas with a big play there on coverage. Look at Chance right there. Guy thought he had a hole there, and Chance said, nope, come back. So Chance with a great play there on the line of scrimmage. They hit a big pass over the top, and then we've got to go back to work, got to be tough inside. Huge play there. Look at Chance. Malon Aljabori in there at defensive end. Just missed the tackle, and Chance cleans it up. They're going to keep continuing to try to get down the field and try to make plays. They ran a little wheel route on us to the outside. I thought it was very well. I'm not real sure that the ball didn't go off the turf on that one, but they get it down to their red zone, and you can see our guys, you can see they kind of relaxed just a little bit, and they got to pick up that intensity and keep going. Good play there by Robert, coming and tipping the ball away, and we're able to keep them out of the end zone. Great blocking right there. I'll tell you, Kevin, I think you could have run through that hole in there with Lovett and Briggs and those guys, just creating a huge hole. A little extra effort issue there, but they're continuing not to go down. We turn the ball over, don't like that, but you'll see he'll come back and continue to battle. We knew that Bartlesville had a chance to score and score quickly. You can see they're throwing the ball just about every down, and when you're just up, by a few scores and district points come into play, you've got to continue to add pressure. You got to continue to put points on the board so that you don't ever have that 15-point margin come into play toward the end of the game. Deion McKittrick with a huge play down in the end zone, continuing to play well. Had pretty good coverage, and the best part about that one is he had forever to throw it, and due to a holding penalty, you can see another one right there that probably should have been called on that one, but the tenacity that Cordell Ramsey had to come back and continue to come in and get that sack. Got good protection, got all day to throw the ball. You see Jeff Mead come across and just kind of take the ball away from the safety across the middle, about a 40-yard play.
His only catch of the night.
Outstanding run there by Tyler. They defend it pretty well. He makes the guy miss, and there's 6-7 yards there with Lovett and Will Hamilton blocking downfield. Mason doesn't like what he sees, so he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and there we are. Heck of a deal for a defensive end to just stand on the line of scrimmage on a screen play, but look what he found. He got another interception, and so that's 3 turnovers in the third quarter. That pretty frustrated with our offense. They're on the sideline, and they're not very happy with their own performances. Football coaches don't have to say much about that as competitive as they have been. Defense comes out, gets a big stop. Offense has to start down on that end and continuing to run the football. It's been good to us, and so we need to continue to use it and play well. Nice block there by Nelson on the edge, and Tyler's able to get to the outside and is able to show. So he runs so smooth that you don't see a lot of speed in the way that he runs, and big block there by Will to the outside. You can see that he gets that edge and does a great job. Forgot to count, but that's touchdown number 6.
Mm-hmm. And you're aware of the record at this point?
Yes, at this point we are, and again, looking at the score, we tried, especially against an offense that is leading the state in receiving yards and passing yards. You've got to pay attention to how quick they could score, and we're at 42 right now, if I remember right. So
I think you're at 49.
Or we're getting close to it anyway, and so we want to make sure that our guys have an opportunity to continue to compete. And our offense hasn't played much, in the last few. And knowing that we're playing Booker T this week and trying to come back, chance for a district title, we wanted our offense to have a chance to play a little bit more and play themselves into shape. Huge play on the inside. You can see Tyler getting the ball on the inside, a lot of great blocking, and then he just makes guys miss. and very strong in the way that he runs, and he's able to finish off that run as he goes into the end zone.
And you were right, you were at 42,
Yeah,
so
42.
now at 49.
That one made 49, and had a chance to tell him, that he had broken a record there, and we just kind of tapped him on the head and said, "Go sit down. You're done for the night." So, really a nice job, and I don't think he had a ton of carries on the night, more than he has had, but a lot of productivity out of the carries that he did have. Got some guys coming in there. Alex Brown made a nice play. Derek Finch has got something to say about it. Without a doubt, he continues to come in and do a great job there running the football. Derek comes in, got good blocking up front. We've got some reserves that are in there that are doing a really nice job. Cody Vanskoy in there at center at playing very well for us. You got Gonzo in there doing a nice job for us, and a lot of our guys are getting some playing time, and Derek continuing to run the football very well. Come in with the field goal. Jace Holt kicks the field goal right down the middle. Really nice to have a guy come in and have a chance, a sophomore, to get a chance to kick a field goal. There's Tyrone Johnson at defensive end making a nice play to the outside. You can see huge play in there. Ricky Rivera makes a nice stop to the outside, and the rest of the defense comes in and cleans it up. Bailey Cooper in there making a nice play. You see Zach Fisher, quarterback, also playing safety right now, coming up making a play. On a bad snap, they kind of come down there and tried to get the ball out, and we're able to block that punt and missed the number on that one, but outstanding job by our special teams all night. We've got Derek Finch continuing to play well. Big kick-out block there by Jantz to the outside. Did a nice job with it. You can see Derek continuing to battle well, and we've got Holton Fox in there making a nice play, gets a big block. And on that last play, Derek actually lost his helmet and had to come out. And so Shamari Brooks says, "Hey, I'm ready." Jumps right in there, freshman, and has one carry and an average of 25 yards and a touchdown. So that's a pretty good deal there for Shamari. Defense comes out. You see DJ on that edge over there. You see Bynum come in and make a nice play. So you got a couple of seniors that got to go in and have a lot of fun as we got to finish off the game there in the fourth quarter.
I think it was Rivera that got the block on the punt.
Probably was Rick. He does it about every day against our team. So Ricky's a junior that's doing an outstanding job and comes in and makes plays when he has a chance. So we need to get him in there more often.
We're going to come back and get up close and personal with some great photography from Vic Kidwell. Stay with us on the Union Football Coaches Show.
In the blink of an eye, your home and belongings can be severely damaged. If this ever happens to you, call Oklahoma Disaster Restoration. We're your restoration experts. For over 20 years, we've been restoring homes and businesses damaged by disasters. Our highly trained technicians work to restore your property and refurbish your belongings in our secure Tulsa-based facility, restoring lives one disaster at a time. Call Oklahoma Disaster Restoration.
The Union U-Wear store, located on the west side of the UMAC, has everything a true Redskin fan needs to show their colors. You will find a large stock of sweatshirts, hoodies, and more. They have a wide selection of items that will keep you warm on chilly football nights. Don't forget, the U-Wear store is your home for novelty items and must-have accessories. The U-Wear store is open weekdays. Call for times.
Back on the Union Football Coaches Show, time to get up close and personal. Vic Kidwell made the trek up 75 to Bartlesville to snap some great photos.
Vic had a great night as well as the rest of our guys, and you can see an outstanding. I don't know how he always comes up with these pictures. They're just right on spot. Vic does a nice job. Carson Meyer, that's a huge
like
catch.
A rebound right there.
Exactly, definitely. Probably learned that on the basketball court. Big catch, and then Ben Kramer and a couple of seniors, Ben Kramer and Chris Nelson, creating a hole there for Tyler Atkins. Got to love this one. I talked about Carson Meyer the night he had, but look at just attention to detail there by Will Hamilton as he's coming around that edge to pick up the next guy for Tyler as they continue to block. There's Eric Giddings on big play there. Probably Chris Nelson again. Nice job on their combo block inside. Jeff Mead. Now, why is that Jeff Mead? That's the first time I've said that.
That's right.
A lot of people have, but the Colby Evans in on a big play there. I was going to say, why is Jeff Mead on the tackle? There's the rest of it there. Colton King on a nice play, and of course Colby continues double-digit tackles again throughout the game. Good pass protection. Mason Farquhar, great picture there. Pocket opens up. He can see it there. Chris Nelson, Lovett on the play, and Briggs. And then KP coming around the corner. Kaylor Pearson on a nice play. It's one of those quick bubble passes there. And you see Jeff Mead on the big block. Tyler Atkins, sophomore running back, coming around the edge. And we talked about 42 points on the night. Set a nice record for that probably won't be reached for quite some time. Bailey Cooper on the tackle here at the end there with Alex Brown, two outstanding seniors. Part of our program, do a great job for us.
By the way, Andy Irwin and his student production crew probably edit out that faux pas.
They might. I can't
the
believe
number 5s.
I make fun of people all the time. How can you not tell the difference in the two?
That's why you shouldn't make fun of
Yeah,
people.
That's right.
It's always going to come back.
I shouldn't do it anymore. So Colby Evans and Jeffrey Mead, I'd take 2 number 5s. I'd take several number 5s if I could with those two guys.
Let's talk about Booker T. Washington. Hornets coming up on Friday night, 7 o'clock kick at Union Tuttle Stadium. Third and final regular season home game. Looks like you win on Friday, you'll get 2 first-round playoff games at Union Tuttle. But the series between Union and Booker T is 8-8 all time. Now, they haven't beaten Union in 17 years, but when you look at the district and competitiveness in a series, this is the one that's the most competitive.
It is, and I think that this game will be a huge game for us. It'll be a huge game for Booker T. It's fun to have a game late in the season when everything is kind of on the line. They've got an outstanding coach that's in his second year doing a good job, and a couple of great players, defensive players that I felt like are about as good as anybody's. This team reminds me a lot of DeSoto. Their quarterback is extremely dangerous, and I got my first look at him in a JV game a year ago, and I couldn't understand why he wasn't playing against us the Friday night before, and I wish he'd just played JV this year because he's a heck of a player. It ought to be a lot of fun. We've got senior night, not just football players, but a lot of our seniors that are involved in activities. We've got cross countries competing this week and had a regional champ last week. So a lot of the fall sports are going to be represented in our senior night, and everybody ought to come out and pay tribute to those guys.
Absolutely. Kickoff at 7 o'clock as the Redskins host the Booker T. Washington Hornets. For the coach, I'm Kevin Ward. Thanks for tuning in to the Union Football Coaches Show.